Hello, and welcome to today's Frisky Friday with me, Luna Winter Tarot, where today's energy kicks off with the Hierophant card. Now, this card here, I love it. The feminine energy of this card, the way she's dancing through the fire, she's rising from these flames. This is very, very powerful energy. This is real committing to yourself energy and not being afraid to burn bridges. And I feel in the past, many of you have burnt bridges because you're like, I just don't want that past to come back. And this is what this energy is all about. And then on the bottom of the deck, overall under energy, is the Nine of Cups. And it's just like, I've had enough of this in my life. I don't want any more of this. I don't want heartbreak, anxiety. I don't want to be sitting awake at night worrying about things because you know, people just come into my life and shatter my illusions. They promise me the earth and deliver nothing. You want your wishes and your dreams fulfilled. And this is what this Hierophant energy very much is about. And you're sitting now very much in an energy of play with fire and you're going to get burned. And I think that's a really powerful position to be coming from, because as you enter now into this romantic arena, because you are entering into it, whether you're aware of this or not, your heart chakra has already been hijacked by Divine Source Creator and you are well on the way. See, look, Eight of Cups, as I said that. You're leaving the past behind and you are heading fearlessly in search of pastures new, in search of new beginnings, and in search of a whole new romantic experience. And I keep touching my right ear, and that is very kind of, you're going to be hearing something. News is coming in, and this is news of this new person who is coming. And I've been channeling this person all week. See, look, there you have it. Temperance, balance, reciprocity. Your faith, your hope, and your commitment to yourself, that kind of Hierophant energy where you've gone, do you know what, I'm just going to commit to myself. I'm going to walk the solo path and I'm going to live the solo dream. And okay, it hasn't always been a solo dream. You know, being on your own isn't always as easy. But actually, it is easier than being in a situation where you're not appreciated, and that is a lesson you have learned. So yeah, temperance is coming in, but this is also reciprocity. This is give and take. This is the universe giving to you what you have missed out on, and this is this person who's coming in. And there you have it, the Star, ultimate healing. This is just like a complete revelation where romance and love is concerned, and you are about to experience something that is just completely holy. It is so beautifully aligned and so destined that it's actually going to take you off guard. And if you look at those two energies together, two major arcana just saying to you, look, this is what you get when you commit to yourself. When you decide to be the Hierophant, commit to your ascension, your spiritual journey, and filling up your cup of wisdom, then yeah, this is what you get rewarded with. This is coming in really, really quickly, and it is coming in very, very soon. And yeah, you see, look, you're going to be going on a journey that is going to lead you. Sorry, I've just lost the cards there. This journey is taking you to here. Now, this is more than just a spiritual journey. This is a physical journey. This is a cutting the ropes and setting yourself free, going off on a fearless adventure. This is a real, you know, this hasn't worked. The past has not worked. I have to commit now to trying something different. I have to commit to following my intuition, heading towards my true north, and knowing that when I get there, the shores are going to be calm. There's going to be a decision. There's Two of Swords. Currently, you're trying to avoid this, and you need to ask yourself why. Because you know that sitting blindfolded, pretending that you don't have to let the past go, isn't doing anything for you now. And there's a few of you who I'm really speaking to as I'm saying this, because I'm suddenly going very, very hot. And it's almost like an embarrassed feeling of, yeah, I know I've had my head buried in the sand. I know I need to be doing this, but there is a safety in kind of just sitting there indecisive with your eyes covered, la, 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 I'm not listening. But you've got to listen. You have got to follow this true north, because if you don't, this doesn't come in. This isn't coming to you. You have got to travel to this. This isn't going to land in your lap. This takes a leap of faith. This is about you having a different perspective. This is about you looking at what is all around you and seeing that actually, yeah, you know what? It served me okay, but does it make me happy? Is it bringing me fulfillment? No. Well, what do I need to do? I need to cut my ropes. See, look, drop the ropes and get on my way. Because when you do, this comes in, this new beginning, this rebirth. And again, look at the fire energy. It's being brave enough to burn those bridges. It's being brave enough to just say, to hell with it all, I'm going. And, you know, yeah, sure. In the past, there have been people who've cut and run on you. There have been people who've gone out of their way to take their happiness at your expense. But you have to let that go, because you have to allow this in. And now conversely today, dragonfly energy has been really, really prevalent this week. There was a little green, luminous green dragonfly in my bathroom earlier, just before I sat down to channel. And that's all about abundance. It's all about renewal, but it's also about you've got to be prepared to move towards this new beginning. And the dragonfly itself was trapped in my bathroom, and the bathroom is all about self. It's where we go to cleanse ourselves. It's a private space, but you have now got to be prepared to cleanse your private space and open a door, not to just let yourself out, but to let somebody else in. You can't stay locked away in your bathroom forever, especially when there's a green, abundant dragonfly energy in the mix that's promising renewal, abundance, excitement. And we have the death card here also offering that renewal. And look at the riches, the abundance, the success that will be coming towards you once you are brave enough to cut those roots, and get on your way. And then this comes in. And this isn't just about self-love. This is about who is coming in. And I said yesterday, there's an awful lot of water energy here. We've got water, we've got fire. That is very, very prevalent energy. And that has been in the mix for a good few months now. I've been channeling water and fire energy. And again, look, the temperance comes out to say, yes, exactly. And you saw me shuffle, because look what's on the bottom. You saw me shuffle. I was right there in front of you when I did that. You know, you've got to cut your ropes. You've got to cut the past away. You've got to free yourself. If you want this reciprocity, this give and take, this King of Cups coming in and sweeping you off your feet, you have to go and get it. You have to be brave. And that is the word of today: bravery, courage. And you already have that in abundance, because you've been doing this all on your own for so long. You've got to come out of hibernation. You can't just sit in this solitude and allow life to pass you by. I understand that so many of you have been through a really profound healing experience. You had to shut yourself away. You had to put your heart on lockdown because what you experienced was so profoundly horrible. See, look, I've got it here, the Three of Swords. It was horrible. It was heartbreaking. It was soul destroying. It made you withdraw. It made you question your own validity, but also other people's actions. You started questioning even the value of friendships. I think there was a stage where you became quite paranoid about other people because you didn't think that they were behaving particularly honestly towards you because of these poor experiences you'd had. And you're going to have to excuse me, I've got an itch in a personal place, but that is my heart chakra. And that is me being told to open up that heart space, because it is time to let this energy go. You've got to come out of your shell. This is what Cancer season was telling you. It's time to come out of your shell. We are in Leo season now, and the world is very much your oyster. You've got to step out, because this is coming in, but it's not going to walk towards you. I can't say that enough. You've got to go in search of it, because when you do, this is what you get: success, abundance, renewal. That entire cycle has closed out, and this is a whole new cycle coming in, a new way of being, a new way of thinking, a new way of behaving and seeing things. This is what you've been preparing for. This entire time that you've been in isolation, you have been preparing for this King of Cups moment. This very emotionally mature person coming in. This person who is going to show you what true love is all about. And there it is, the Emperor. The world again. This Emperor is going to bring the world to your feet, but not until you walk there and meet him. Her, him, her. Even if it's a feminine that you're meeting, they have very powerful masculine energy, because they've had to stand on their own 2 feet. They've had to go through life on that soulful solo journey. So the same applies to an Emperor. If it's masculine energy, they also have a very, very powerful grounded energy about them. But again, the Death card is popping out. It's bringing renewal, new beginnings. But it's opening up your life to so many opportunities. To me, the Two of Wands is more about union than the Four of Wands, because, you know, you've got like the priest energy here and the two passionate people coming together for this new beginning. And that just speaks to me of a really grounded, balanced union that is built on a complete foundation of reciprocity. And I touched on this yesterday about how I said it will highly likely be a friend. It's someone you build a friendship first. And this person, their energy started to appear around you around the new moon that we have just had. I feel very much their energy was released into the ether for you to begin to intuitively feel it, sense it, become aware of it. And this will be through dreams, this will be through signs, symbols like the dragonfly, the coloured green, the number 8, blue. I'm being shown blue as well. Much ado, I'm being told much ado about nothing. So Shakespeare, Stratford upon Avon, a river, the Avon, but also Much Ado About Nothing. It's a play, a playwright, poetry, somebody creative, someone who's very well learned, someone who's very good with their words, but also somebody who is very emotionally mature. But water again coming through very, very significantly. I'm also being told Bidford upon Avon, Bradford upon Avon. There's a canal called the Kennet and Avon, so that's around Glastonbury, Bath area. Again, Bath, waters, cleansing, Roman baths, the Glastonbury healing spring waters, that's coming through very, very powerfully. And then look, just as I channel all that, the strength, the sun, just and as I'm channeling into that powerful Emperor watery energy, it's coming this summer. And they are going to be renewing your hope, your faith. And look, the Ace of Cups. I don't think I've ever seen such a balance of major arcana. And it's a balance of promise. It's a balance of hope. It's a balance of what is to come. This is divine source creator saying to me, look, show them what they are being prepared for. But they have to have the strength the courage to step out and meet this. This isn't going to come to you while you're sitting in your cocoon and waiting for life to happen. You have to be brave. You have to grasp those social reins. And I think many of you have avoided social situations for a really long time, just because you haven't had that social battery, because it's taken so much for you to move on from what you were so unjustly put through. But now your social battery, I'm being told, is very, very much recharged. And you need to put yourself out there, not in a big showy way, but just in a very humble, subtle kind of, oh yeah, hi, nice to meet you. Oh, I've not seen you before. Oh, well, you know, I've been around for a couple of years. Have you? Really? Wow. How have our paths never crossed? Well, you know, I've kept myself to myself. I've kept my head down. I've been working. And this person's going to be like, wow. Because they're going to look at that energy and they're going to think, this person's got their head screwed on. This person is grounded. They're balanced. They're everything that I am. They're everything that I want. They are the yin to my yang. And that's where it comes from. And it is just and divine reward for this, for what you were put through. And it was unjust. It was unfair. The life battles you've had to endure, they were so, so wrong. The financial losses you've incurred, again, so wrong, so unjust, and so darkly manipulated. The opportunities that you've missed out on, that have passed you by because somebody stepped in to your destiny, into your shoes, and brought about a swap. Well, that triangulation, that power of three, that coven, they've been stopped in their tracks, and they are now in the Five of Pentacles. But they're not just in the Five of Pentacles, they're also receiving a Five of Cups and the Seven of Cups reversed. They're losing it all. And I know that there's somebody somewhere who says, I told that person they would lose it all when they did what they did to me. And you were absolutely right. And yes, it has taken time. It has taken a while. But while you are now set to gain everything, to be elevated, and to have your social status uplifted, it is them now who retreats. And this is divine and just. And you can probably hear that very noisy duck outside giving it all that. But that to me is divine source creator going, yeah, let them shout it from the rooftops. When you are brave and you step out there and you meet this King of Cups, who is your destined, absolutely destined person, and you are going to be like two peas in a pod, you absolutely deserve to shout it from the rooftops. You absolutely deserve to show this person off in the exact same way that they deserve to show you off. Because you have both been placed on this back burner of minimization and being belittled and made to feel like you've never been good enough. You have both put in the soulful work to ascend, to evolve, and to rise above. So yeah, when this Emperor, when you fall at his feet, and you may literally fall at his feet, sing it from the rooftops, because this is your moment. And I'm hearing that song, this is my moment, this is my perfect moment with you. Well, hell yes, absolutely 100% it is. I'm going to leave it there. As always, I am wishing you all huge, big, mahusive Lunar Winters Tarot love, and enjoy the rest of your Friday, one and all. Take good care.